I don't know if you guys are aware of this. It was kind of a flash in the pan type situation, but Elon Musk very narrowly averted World War III from happening. Yo, check this out for a second. Elon Musk had been providing Starlink, that is the satellite internet capabilities over in Eastern Europe for quite a long time now. And then all of a sudden, something ended up going sideways, mostly because, well, he didn't want to get involved with it anymore. And because he did that, well, certain communications couldn't go through and World War III couldn't be started with nukes a-flying, and I wouldn't be here right now talking about the situation had Elon Musk capitulated to the side that really wants to see a hot little, at least a localized nuclear war. Remember the articles that were going around back in early 2022? Well, actually, the world could do with a localized nuclear war. What are you idiots talking about? But speaking of idiots, you have Elizabeth Warren out here calling for an investigation into Elon Musk and Starlink in Ukraine after Biography. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, so a guy who didn't want to see the potential end of the world ends up doing the right thing so that the Democrats, okay, now want to get him investigated. Okay, listen, you're already flexing your DOJ powers when it comes to investigating Trump. Why you gotta be even dumber than that? But anyways, Senator Elizabeth Warren called for a probe Tuesday following the claim that Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk curbed a Ukrainian military operation aimed at Russia's Black Sea fleet last year by limiting access to SpaceX Starlink satellite network, a report said. Yeah, that sounds like a great thing that he did right there. Oh, they want to use that for communications? Yeah, no. Congress needs to investigate what's happened here, and whether we have adequate tools to make sure foreign policy is conducted by the government and not by one billionaire, Warren said Monday. That's funny. Why didn't she send up a smoke signal in order to help them out over there? CNBC confirmed the accuracy of the report with Warren's staff. Call for the investigation stems from an excerpt released last week from biographer Walter Isaacson's book titled Elon Musk, in which the author details how a Ukrainian drone sneak attack on the Russian fleet was disrupted by a disconnect from Starlink. The book was released on Tuesday. I find this very interesting. It's very strange given the fact that you have a U.S. senator. Calls to have a U.S. citizen investigated over a Slavic civil war. Like, honestly, if this was the other way around, if there was a Russian attack that would somehow get interfered with, if Starlink hadn't 1000% been operational and you didn't want to use that to be implicated in aiding either side of a hot war, having direct U.S. interference with an ongoing war, even though, well, we all kind of know what is, happening at this point in time. But because he didn't want to facilitate any actions, and if he would have done that on the Russian side, they would have been calling for an investigation, the Democrats this side, but to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I would imagine. And all of this coming out around the same time that Elon Musk is in a war with the ADL. Very strange coincidence, huh? In an interview with CNBC's Squawk Box, Isaacson further elaborated on the excerpts from the biography that triggered alarm bells in Washington among the NATO allies and the Ukrainian capital. Interesting, I thought NATO didn't have anything to do with this. Oh, no, right, and it's just all on the table right now. Isaacson said developing a military-grade version of Starlink will help resolve concerns. Okay, cool. So because he couldn't provide enough support for Ukraine, he should be investigated. Is this where we're at? Expressed by Tesla and Musk regarding the satellite's network's use in combat. Let us have a certain number of Starlink services, and then later a more military version where we can get to control it, Isaacson said on Squawk Box, describing a discussion between Musk and the U.S. government. Yeah, that sounds like direct United States government interference trying to into that war by using Musk as a proxy. I don't think this is revealing what you hope it does, but at the same time, just try to paint it's like a South African man bad. Elon Musk said yes, and that's the right outcome, Isaacson added. And I said, yeah, okay, cool. You want me to develop something a military grade? Cool, fuck you, pay me. Crimea, a peninsula that Russia illegally annexed from Ukraine in 2014. Well, we don't need to be accurate over at CNBC, apparently, is home of Russia's Black Sea fleet. In the days following the Ukraine invasion in February of 2022, those ships fired missiles on Ukrainian coastal cities while setting up a naval blockade. Top aide for Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky slammed Musk after the Biography revelation last week, but not allowing Ukrainian drones. Oh, I'm sorry, you could barely make this out over all of the jangling coins that were in the room, thanks to all of the foreign aid, but not everybody's pulling enough weight. Like, look at Elon Musk couldn't provide reliable satellite internet, and we couldn't effectively strike back, even though back at that time, you know, Ukraine was losing even worse than they are right now. But their military fleet via Starlink interference. Okay. Elon Musk allowed this fleet to fire caliber missiles at Ukrainian cities. Sure thing. As a result, civilians, children are being killed. Cite your sources. Cite your sources. This is the price of a cocktail of ignorance and big ego. Fucking hilarious coming from the Zelensky office. Musk bought Twitter last year. Yeah, we know all of that stuff. So yeah, compound that with the ongoing ban the ADL saga that is just continuing to go on right now. Then you have this revelation by this Isaacson fellow, which I'm sure if we took a look at his early life section of Wikipedia, we'd probably find out some very interesting details there as well. And then you got mass media going and digging into his prior life, and what do I say? What do I say? Dealing with trifling women will always come back to bite you, man. Inside drama magnet Elon Musk's life of toxic women and chaos as the book explores why mogul is wired for war. Yeah, because he's bad with women, that means he's gonna fire off at the hip? No, it's because he has a blue-pilled mentality. For everybody who's like, oh, Daddy Elon, he bought Twitter, made it free speech. He's free speech guy, he good guy. It's like, no, man, don't trust these guys that are shit with women, man, because they will sell you out for two things, money or box. Because for as much of an abundance mindset as he has in a bunch of different vocations, when it comes to dealing with chicks, bro, he's that mark that you see coming from a mile away. Because growing up, he was a dork. He was a nerd. Might have been a smart, savvy nerd, but at the end of the day, he's still a fucking dork. Now, he just happens to be the world's richest dork with a whole hell of a lot of status, but women, being the socially calibrated creatures that they are, know how to manipulate those types of situations. And so, yeah, not having those complete, full, or even healthy relationships with bad women who are just going to take advantage of the situation just because you think that, oh wow, we ended that relationship before it ended up going bad, doesn't mean that they aren't going to have those long memories, or even your adversaries that are out there trying to exploit said relationships. Don't think that they aren't going to act on that, which is what we are seeing right here. Elon Musk's rise to become the world's richest man has been fueled by a wild combination, according to new book, a penchant for toxic girlfriends like Amber Heard. Why is that the first one that you mentioned? Interesting. Battles with everyone from his brother to employees, an appetite for incredible risk, and a love of game playing, both of the video variety and the emotional kind. Oh my god, a successful man had to go ahead and discern good accomplices from bad ones on his rise to power. Tell me more about how terrible this guy is. He was just wired for war, basically. Elon told biographer Walter Isaacson in a 688-page book. Holy shit, bro. Elon Musk, which hit stores Tuesday. The ghost of Elon's notorious father, Errol, whom he once called evil and relentlessly abusive, also haunts the pages. Yeah, Errol Musk sounds like a very interesting character. I don't know a whole hell of a lot of them, but I think Elon and his dad are Eskimo brothers, which is kind of fucking weird to think about. Apparently, Errol and Heard, who dated Elon for about a year after a high-profile 2016 split from Johnny Depp, which I don't know why you tried to save her after that, holy, have something in common. Amber was just so toxic. Kimball Musk, Elon's younger brother, says in the book, a nightmare. She really was a very good actress, so... Oh, just not on screen, though. We never seen that manifest. So she will say things like, wow, maybe she's telling you the truth, but she isn't. The way she can create reality reminds me of my dad. Oh, so he was set up for L's from the very beginning. Errol, now 77, chose Father's Day 2022 to tell Elon that he fathered a second child with former stepdaughter Yana. Okay, cool. One of numerous evil moves made in his life, according to his sons. All right. Why does that book title look like a Steve Jobs homage? Like just the minimalistic photo in the text as well. It's like, you're so much better than Steve Jobs, who was a fucking animal in his own right. The book is rife with descriptions of how socially awkward Elon, who self-diagnosed himself with Asperger's syndrome, lacks empathy and bears similarities to his father, telling both staffers and girlfriends that they are stupid and idiots when under stress. Well, he considered Amber Heard a girlfriend, so yeah, she is kind of a stupid idiot. It's just also, you decided to elevate her to that status, which, there you go. Okay, you might be brilliant, but I think stupid and an idiot is probably a fair description for yourself. Still, he appears to be most scarred, not by his rough childhood, but the rejection of his transgender daughter. Yeah, I would think so, man. As a father and somebody who holds family in a fairly high regard, even as spread out as that family is, having a daughter, okay, well, actually, having a son, I forget how the fuck this has ended up framing. Okay, having a transgendered kid, okay, that's going to weigh a lot on you as a father. 19-year-old who is a fraternal twin with brother Griffin, transitioned to female in 2020 and legally changed her name to Vivian Jenna Wilson. Yeah, whatever, bro. I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form. Cool, recuse yourself from the will or any inheritance that you'd be entitled to. Go ahead, do it. Though Musk publicly brushed off Vivian spurning him by quipping, "Can't win them all," one of his ex-girlfriends, the singer Grimes, again, big fucking red X on his ledger for that one. Like, holy shit, man. For as many skeletons as Amber Heard, probably real ones, in her closet, Grimes has that shit tenfold. Like, that shit's a walk-in closet, bro. He loves Jenna so much and truly accepts her. Grimes says in the book, "I've never seen him this heartbroken about anything." And again, this is why you don't show vulnerability with women, okay? Because they will go ahead and weaponize it, because that's their main mode of attack. They can't attack you physically with any sort of effectiveness, so they'll just go ahead and hold on to any emotion, any moment of weakness. A woman, not just good women, not just bad women, but women in general will go ahead and catalog that stuff and then just use it as a means of attack in your most vulnerable moments. It is what it is, guys. I know he'd do anything to be able to have her, accept him again. The twins Vivian and Griffin, the oldest of Elon's 10 living children. Yeah, unfortunately, he lost one at a very young age. That's quite sad. And along with 17-year-old triplets Kai, Saxon, and Damien from his first marriage to Justine Musk, most of the older kids are described as being brilliant in math and science. Well, how could they not be with so many resources at their ready? The former couple's first son, Nevada, her Alexander Musk, died of SIDS at only 10 weeks old in 2002. Yeah, that sucks, man. That's real tough. There's this old man who he bears a striking resemblance to, and then his weird old mom who still maintains a strong relationship with her. That's all I'll say. In the book, Elon's friends and family don't shy away from weighing in on the women they didn't like, including his first wife, Justine, as well as Heard. It's like, okay, again, another reason why you need to cultivate a good brotherhood around you, even if you're not as wildly successful as Elon Musk, because those people will be looking after you, even if you can't be objective about a situation, because if your guys don't like the chick that you're around, chances are she's probably not good for you. That's why you have to vet not just your girls, but your friends as well. Like, if your family, if you actually have a good friend, or if you have a good family who are thinking out the best for you, especially as a guy, your mom, and as a girl, your dad, like family members that don't have a sexual proclivity towards you, who just only want to see you win, you take their advice when it comes to relationships, because it's going to be the most poisoned opinions that you can get. They just want to see you succeed. So yeah, if you like a chick or you like a guy and you think that things are going well, but then everybody around you starts to tell you that, yeah, that's probably not exactly a good choice for this, and this reason. If you think that you're smarter than everybody that you're around, well, that's a problem, not just of yourself, but of the group that you have around you. Because if they're just going, yeah, that's great, that's a big problem as well. Elon met Justine Wilson when he was a virtually penniless student at Queen's University in Ontario. What? Okay. And married her in 2000. Yeah, again, just another sign of simpery. His brother Kimball couldn't stand Justine and tried to do an intervention to keep him from marrying her. His mother, May, says in the book that she has no redeeming feature. So it's well documented, the relationship. Not so much that he has with his brother. This is the first time that I've actually heard that Elon has a brother, but with his mom, it's like, if she's saying that, this bitch trash, you should probably at least pay a little bit of attention to that. But yeah, man, the list goes on and on with Grimes, Heard, his first wife, and then the secret girlfriend, wife, executive, I don't know, Siobhan, the fact that he's, popped out 3 kids with her as well. Like, this dude's just out there trying to start a whole baseball team, for Christ's sakes. But don't think for a second, just because you're successful in one endeavor, if they can't come after you and attack you in one way, they will find another way. And who are the people that are most likely to start yapping? Oh, those bad chicks from your past. So you've got to vet everything in your life. Being successful in 2023 means being successful in everything, not just in one venture. You might have prevented World War III from happening, but that's not in the best interest of the Democrats. And they will go ahead and put their attack dogs to work, like you're seeing right here. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.